Well, hello, boys and girls. It's Senor Malos here. Welcome back to Tekkit Legends. This is a series. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is the exciting SFGM, SFEM MacG, right? So the stupid fast EMC generator, right? So cool beans. I'm really excited for this episode. Now, what I'm doing here is I put a couple of things that we will need. Obviously, we will need those energy collectors and antimatters. But before that, I'm going to be using ender pouches and ender chests and all this good stuff. So I'm gonna since I'm crafting this stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and craft everything that I need basically for this the ender stuff. So what I'm gonna do is over here, since I'm already crafting the ender chests over here, like I just press U on that one, not like this. There we go, and it will just give me the white one, right? You can see it there, the white one. So I'm gonna take this out of here, and then I'm gonna use this one like that. You see, now it gives me an orange one, and this is really helpful because it will actually give you the well, basically the other ones. Now I'm gonna take out the wool out of here because it will get removed out of this thing, and I'm gonna put all the ingredients to craft up here, just like that. And let's see, these press R. There we go, and there you go. So even if I take this out, it should leave the other one. So I've got the orange one already. So next one is the magenta. There we go, and then the light blue, and then I'm missing something here. What's it? Obsidian. There we go. And what was it? This. I'll just do as I as I'm going through. There we go. Pink, and I didn't even pull the pink out. All right, be right back when I finish. Okay, there we go. We got our 16 chests with all colors. So basically just go to the ender, the tablet, and just smash everything here. Alright, so when you type ender, you see you got all the colors of the chest. That's pretty cool. Obviously you cannot do any color combinations. It would just be like, just straight up like this. But at least you have, 16 options to put stuff in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the ender pouches. It shouldn't be that difficult now. It's also just changing this bottom down here. That will give me the ender pouch of this thing, which you don't really need it. You can always just link whatever you have to whatever you want to use, but it's okay to have it. So I'll be right back when I finish them. All right, we got another 16 ender pouches, and let's just teach everything here. And as you can see, it's learning it. Pouch. There we go. We got all the pouches. Perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna use I guess the yellow one for EMC. So ender, and there you go. Yellow one for EMC. I have no idea why. I just think it's accurate. So there we go. Alright, the rest of the things I really don't need anymore. So I'm just gonna pull out everything from here and just smash everything back into the tablet. Alright, the next thing we need is obviously all the stuff that is in here. As you can see, we got some engineer's toolbox stuff in here, and we will probably need even more than this. It's gonna be a very hardcore build over here. Now it's getting nighttime. I'm gonna go ahead and build it up here, because it's gonna be like a sphere. It's gonna be like a star kind of thing. It's just gonna be like one of those power flowers, but this is a hardcore power flower. Also, we would need one of these pickaxes and some of this powder over here. And as you can see, it does have a speed. As I put this one out, you see it doesn't just craft a stack by itself. It crafts pretty fast, but it still takes some time, especially if a machine is pulling it really fast. Then it would definitely go ahead and take some time. Project table, one of these guys right here, slap it in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in there and just put stuff that I don't need for now. No, actually I do need this one and this one right here. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just build it up here and then decorate it around, but I'm gonna do it in pieces because this is kind of big thing. So first you start with an energy collector, which obviously is going to be connected to an animator relay. There we go. And the animator relay has to be touching an energy condenser, right? There we go. So everything is fine until there. Then from the top of the energy condenser, we will have to be pulling out items into an automatic crafting table. So this thing has to go in there somehow, and then the automatic crafting table has to be up here. But obviously, if you put it like that, then you can slap a module down here, but you cannot put a module up there. So we need to get this out of here. And right now I don't need the guitar, so I need this engineer thing more. And I'm going to go ahead and do this and get this out of the way for a little bit. There we go. Actually, we need the chest down there as well. Anyhow, there's we're gonna be working with a lot of things. So that's step number one. This thing obviously will have the energy collectors around, just like that, and the chest will have the other relays around, but we will do that in a bit. So this, there you go, the modular sockets. First thing we need is a modular socket that would have a top and a bottom, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this one, and we need an item ejector on the top. So just put it like that. And then we need to grab this thing and go to the green, which means inventories, click the number of the first one, and then shift right click with a wrench, and it does keep the thing. You see it didn't stack. Just slap it up there, and on the bottom we need an item extractor. Just like that, and then with the green put it on the first channel. There we go. So now if I put a pickaxe in here, we'll start crafting all kinds of pickaxes. And with this thing, it's going to be putting all the pickaxes up here, as long as it has a recipe for it. If it doesn't have a recipe, it will not put the pickaxes on it. It's supposed to be. Well, that's odd. It should be ejecting it into that. Yeah, it can get messy really fast. Alright, be right back. Let me clean this thing. Okay, so if you're in single player and this thing is not banned, the black hole banned, or in the server is not banned, you just activate it and it will suck all the items to your inventory, and then you can just be here instead of chasing everything. Alright, perfect. So we need to find a way to put this thing up there. It's gonna be bad. So I guess it's not the item ejector, we need something else. I think I didn't make this one. Item output, trapdoor, dropper, blank module. And that's the reason why we have this thing here. There we go. Let's see if this is the one that makes the trick. Yeah, it just learned it. So I guess when I was crafting it, it got used for something else, and then I never noticed it. So let's get rid of this item ejector. We don't want to actually eject things. So if you want to remove a module, just right click, and that's it. It will pull it out. Let's see, item output. Put it on the first thing. Oh, there we go. Now we see that pickaxe in there. So get this out of here, and then it should start filling this thing up. There we go, pretty fast. Alright, so let's get one of those guys, put it in there as a ghost, and then these three things in there. Awesome. So that's step number one. We got our pickaxe. So it's an item output and an item extractor. We don't need the item ejector. Item ejector will just spit out items into the world, as we just saw. Alright, so obviously from the top part of this, we will need to eject as well, to suck items, and to put onto a chest on the top. And this will be those filled up pickaxes, right? So there we go. And for that, we're gonna need the other one, the other condenser, the inner energy condenser, this one right here. So we need to grab this thing in here, put it on the top, and put the energy condenser Mark II there, because this would get fill this up, and if there is no place to craft any other thing, then it will just stop. So we're gonna use this Mark II because it will just fill this left side, and the right side is just meant for the stuff that we will be crafting. In this case, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just craft this red matter furnaces and just slap them in there like this. There we go. So whatever falls in there is gonna go towards making a red matter. So we're gonna be making this. And why I'm making this? Because there are 10 million EMC. I'm not gonna go for this the red matter blocks or the red matter by itself. I'm gonna go for the red matter furnaces because I know this build is insane. All right. So next thing is we're pretty much done with this below part right here. So we can just go ahead and cover everything like this, like that, and smash this thing in here just so we can have some overgrades of it. And as you can see, this thing is getting serious, isn't it? That bottom part is just to make pickaxes to put in that table. Alright, next thing is to get all kinds of modules over here to put into the table. And this is where the thing gets tricky of this build, because you need to basically build one of each for everyone. So we're gonna make it, we're gonna parent that this in the middle is the table, and then item extractor, no, item output. Everything inside here needs item outputs, just like this. And everything outside here, obviously the furthest one, needs the item extractors like this. Perfect. Now everything needs to go to the first inventory. So you touch with the green like that, and that's it. And then touch all the inside ones just once like that. Alright, so we got that down. Next thing is to grab one by one, not to confuse them, and put them on this thing. There we go. So that's one. I'm gonna go ahead for this one. And they remember which side you put the stuff. So if you put it on the north or whatever, that's how they're gonna be placing the world, no matter where you're placing it. I pick it up from here. If I put it from here or from the other side, it would be same the north and east and stuff. So you gotta be careful with that. So now we have no way to see what's going on inside there. The table is completely shut down. And next thing we need is those energy condensers over here, because obviously it's going to be pulling out of energy condensers. So energy condensers all over the place. And since the pickaxe has 15 EMC, as we saw in many episodes ago, and this is 208, obviously it will take a little more time to make the high covalence dust, which we will just put like this. Alright, so that will be it right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and it should start actually working right now, isn't it? No, until I put some of this stuff, of course. Once I put this, guys, then this thing should start pulling out, I think. Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these because I need to see if that this thing is working or not. Oh yeah, there you go. They're filling up. They're pulling in here. Let's try to put a stack. And this modular socket is not pulling out of there, so we will figure it out in a little bit why it's not doing it. Alright, so we need to put this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. On the bottom, we're gonna go do that as well. Look at that. That is insane, my friends. Everything where it's purple, we're gonna put one of these guys as well. There we go. So we got our first one. But as you can see, even the fastest that it can craft is this. It's pretty fast, but it's not as fast as it should be. And you saw how fast it pulls out items. So let's see this guy. Why is it not working? I'm gonna go ahead and put him here. Oh, okay. So it really doesn't have any modules in it. All right. So we need obviously the item extractor in the bottom and the item output in the top. Channel 1, break it, and slap it in there. And there we go. Now as you can see, you just see one there, but look how bad this thing is working. Now this is the speed that we have with just one of these guys, right? So you're gonna try to make the speed a little bit faster. And eventually we're gonna probably need to break this thing because we need other 5 of these guys touching this chest. But right now we're just gonna do it pretty much first level. So alright, so we got this thing touching that, and oh yeah, we were pretty much done with this thing. We just need to fill up everything with energy collectors and antimatter. So energy collector. This thing is easily gonna take up more than a stack. Alright, there we go. That's one of the first parts almost complete. There we go. We need this and that one right there. And yeah, there we go. We just made another 10 million EMC, and as you can see, it goes pretty fast, but these can go faster. And you see this, I could have stopped the build right there. I can just be like, okay, I'm done. But I'm gonna go a little more extreme than this, and since I'm getting all the EMC that in the world, then I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the EMC out of here, since I completely forgot about these guys. So, because I need to pull out pretty much another package of the whole thing that I just did over there. And this thing has a lot of EMC accumulated in there. That's pretty cool. Awesome. All right, so this is the first one, right? There you go. We got one red matter furnace. Next step, which is going to be the fun part of it. We're going to pull this out of here, and we're going to put it into our EMC ender chest. And for that, obviously, we're going to be needing the same thing with the modular sockets and pulling out and pulling in. So modular socket, I'm just going to slap it, well, whatever. Item output to the top with the green, wrench it, and then just slap it anywhere and put the bottom as the extractor with the green. There we go. Easy as that. And now as you can see, it pulled out just the furnace. It's not pulling out the pickaxes because the output of the chest is their right side. So whatever you suck out of the chest is going to be from the right side. And I'm seeing that, okay, no, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. And this thing will go into the ender chest. Easy as this. There you go. Now we have 20 million in just like not even any time. Alright, so next thing we need to do is to copy the same thing on this towards this chest. And I'm gonna do it, I guess the first I'm gonna do is backwards. So I'm gonna use this thing, gosh, I need to put it on top. There we go. There you go. So this thing is gonna be outputting to the bottom. There we go, and inputting from the top, just like that. Get the green. Remember to put the channels. All right, and it's supposed to be pulling out from obviously another ender condenser Mark II. Mark II. Remember that because it's gonna pull out from the right side. And this thing is going to be making also red furnaces. And we're just gonna go ahead and repeat the story. Another one of these, we're just gonna be outputting to the bottom with the green. Extracting from the top with the green. There we go. Right click, and check how huge this thing is gonna be. And on top of this thing, we're gonna have a crafting table, one of these automatic crafting tables. And obviously it cannot pull from the bottom, so we need to wrench this thing in order for it to be facing down. There we go. That is one of the tricks. A lot of people doesn't know that. Next thing, we're gonna go ahead and do another modular socket, obviously. Another output in the bottom, another extractor in the top. Again, both of the channels, number 1 or the first channel, number 0, whatever it is. And then put it on top of here. So it's extracting from the top and putting in the bottom. And where is it going to be extracting from? Just a regular energy condenser right there. Boom. And what is the energy condenser going to have? Pickaxes. So I'm going with this flow. If it's the further one, like the one all the way at the bottom, the one all the way in the top, is going to go ahead and just make pickaxes. And this thing would fill pickaxes in here if it had any EMC to make pickaxes. Of course it doesn't have right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it the furthest part of this thing. So this thing right here, this thing right here. And that's making pickaxes, and obviously that thing is extracting and it's putting everything into this tablet. Perfect. So we get the recipe out there because later on we're not gonna be able to make it. And this is how big this thing is going to be. It's huge, isn't it? All right, so obviously put some more of this guys in here. And we don't need to touch the chest anymore, so just cover it. There we go, just like that, all pretty, all nice. And that's just making pickaxes. Now this place over here, we don't need it. There you go. Isn't that all pretty? That's just making pickaxes. Now we need to go for the rest of the things. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the sides. And this side obviously is gonna be like this. There we go. Extracting from this side and inputting into this side. Set the channels, get it out, and get it in there. Again, another one, but backwards. Outputting to this way and extracting to this way. Set the channels. And place it there. There we go. All good. Well, then we need another 2. 1, 2, 2 right there. One is going to be an output and one is going to be an extractor. Both in channel 1. It's going to be an output and one is going to be an extractor. Again, both in channel 1. There we go. Extractor and output. Okay. So the output from, there we go. The output from this side, because this is an output, okay, will go this way on the table there. And this one, which is inputting this way, will go into here. Awesome. Now we can see that nothing is falling in here, nothing is being crafted, of course. Now we're going to do this energy condensers. This is where it needs to pull out. We're going to be pulling out the dust. and we need to set up the dust, of course, before we even start filling it. This is a very complicated machine or whatever, because it has many steps that you should not forget. Because if you forget any of these little steps, then you're done pretty much. It's part of the machine that is going to be pretty much permanently broken, and then you're not going to know where is what, because everything is completely covered. One of the best things of this machine is that it doesn't have any cables or any tubes, so nothing will be trying to lag your world or breaking it down. So just like this, everything that is purple has to have one of these things touching it. So just like this, just like that, like that. It's an insane build. Very expensive, of course, especially for those relays and the condensers. They're quite pricey. But I realized that my EMC was running down, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. And I totally forgot to put these ones in the middle. Oh, no, not this ones. This one's right here in the middle. I can't be forgetting to put those ones, because if I do, I'm not gonna forgive myself. And as you can see, I just pretty much ran out of them, so I need to put more out. Obviously, I could have put it from down here, but it's okay. Yep, all pretty, all pretty. Nice. And then there we go. We got our second one. And this thing should be, there you go. Also crafting those red matter furnaces like nothing. We got 8. Just in the time we finished those 2, we already got 8 red matter furnaces, man. That's 80 million. But we wanna go further, right? We wanna keep going. This is the thing. We still have other 4 to do. Each of the sides would have more red matter furnaces. So let's go ahead and do it the same way. We're gonna go extend one wing and then the other wing, and it's gonna be pretty much this thing, just to each side pretty much. So let's go ahead and do that. This thing has to be touching this thing, and you see it's already connecting with the other side. This thing is connecting with this side, and everything is just gonna start working like a clockwork in here. So we got that thing touching everything. I told you guys, this is a stupid machine. Alright, I just want to show you this part right here. So remember to set up every single thing. So this thing has 2 setups, extraction and output. Remember to set up this chest, of course. The closest ones are with the red matter furnaces. Again, extracting output from the tables, and remember to put the recipes on the table, because if not, you're gonna regret it. The table has it. And then extract from something and put it into the table from the bottom. In this case, I have this rule to put the diamond pickaxe from the furthers. So just put this thing over here, and as you can see, it's getting filled up. And this thing as well. And this thing is also getting filled up. And I think we're done. This is almost, it's insane, but this is pretty much like the core of it. Now we pretty much don't need more of these modular sockets and extractors. As you can see from a stack, we got 22 left. I'm not sure how many we used. I'm kind of tired, but yeah, we used a lot. So now everything is filled up those chests with this with the relays and with the energy collectors. We will need to pull out some more of them. So first of all, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the relays for now. Everything that touches the chest, I'm gonna go ahead and do the relays. And as you can see, this chest over here has this red matter furnaces. I will go ahead and do this. It doesn't need it, but it will just actually increase, of course, the speed of the chest of the energy collector Mark II. I mean, that should be receiving like a lot of energy with the pickaxes, but if you put these ones in there, it will just make it just that little more faster. And you know, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just going stupid. All that it can take. I'm just taking everything that it can take. So that is, it's crazy. Now we don't have access to our chest anymore because it's in the middle of all that mess. But the only way we have access is with this. And as you can see, we already made a stack of this thing, and we haven't even complete this building. So it's insane. It's very fast. All right, I'll keep on doing this stuff, and I'll be right back when I have all the relays placed on. Alright, part of the skeleton is almost complete, so I'm not able to see any condenser anywhere because every single condenser is touching relays or is touching one of these modular sockets to be pulled out. So five of the parts will be touching the relays. Every energy condenser, except for that one, has relays touching every side of it. I should not be able to see any condenser from any angle at all. There we go. I think maybe it's here. There we go. We got last one over here and on this side. There we go. All clean up. So yeah, not even in the middle. Even the middle ones I covered. So we're gonna start to fill this up even from the middle, and pretty much whatever you can see a space where you can see one of those relays like that. I know these two are touching over here, just like that. Try to go all the way from the middle so you don't miss any parts. Just like this, like that, like that, like that. See, and then change your angle so you don't miss any other parts. So we got a lot of purple here, so we need to cover all this stuff. So everything, try to get it all the way to the middle. There we go. Change the angle. Look at that. That's pretty close to the middle there. And I think we're pretty much done. That's it. That is our stupid fast EMC generator. And we used a bunch of resources, definitely. But check this out. We got this much right now. Now, how fast is making it? I have no idea. But look at that. Just this one. Stack of EMC is 643. I'll just pull out this one and try to put it on the tablet because obviously I did use a lot of EMC in the tablet, you see? And just smash it in there. Smash the rest of the stuff in there, and look, I almost have a full tablet and I cannot put any more EMC on it. This is insane, man. And I can just look up this thing and we got more, and it's just insane, man. And obviously we cannot get in all the way into it to the middle. That's exactly why we did this ender pouch thing, so we can have access to all the EMC we need with the ender pouch. So anytime we need some EMC, we'll just check in here, and that thing should be filling up pretty fast and pretty soon. This is the fastest way that I've seen possible. Obviously you can just do with the first part of it if you don't have so much EMC to start with, but as soon as you start building this type of design, your EMC will start pouring at you like nothing. So you can see just a few seconds that I've talked, I see one more coming in. I mean, it's 45 already. This is even if I grab this thing over here and if I put it on the tablet, it's 1 billion. There you go. So this is Senor Malin signing out with a crazy stupid EMC generating machine. This is the fastest thing without lagging. Nothing is gonna get stuck or overfill stuff or spit items in the floor. It's the fastest you can get. Alright, so I hope you guys liked this episode and see you guys later. Bye bye.